Jason Hawes has officially responded to the invitation that he made to Jacqueline Nunes, inviting her onto his YouTube channel to do a live stream with him to explain what her issue is with Jason personally, why she is dragging him through the mud and why she is accusing him of assassination attempts, why she is including his kids and everything, why, and you know, I'll admit, like the rest of the internet, I didn't see this as a particularly good move. It's like, I said it in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, it went up a couple of hours ago. I wanted to put that one up. And then literally as soon as I saw that one go up, I saw that Jason had responded and I was like, ah, shit. So, yeah, here I am talking about it. Now, from the comments section, it seems like a mixed bag, to say the least. Some people are like pro Jason, pro all of this. You know, he's right to do what he did. And some people are like completely against the idea. Now, I will say, maybe I was a bit harsh in my original sentiment of the idea. Personally, I just thought that if, with her being, you know, in the mind state that she clearly is in right now, if he was to have her on, it could exacerbate situations, it could exacerbate her mental health potential. I've got to say that because I can't obviously prove or disprove. In my opinion, I feel like there's some mental health issues, and I just felt like, I don't know, it didn't come across like Jason was particularly, I don't know how to word it. There was a particular way that it was delivered where it was just like, you know, Jason was just kind of looking for a potential opportunity maybe, or, you know, obviously there was the restraining orders that have allegedly been put in place via the police and stuff, you know, and it seemed a bit contradictory. But after reading some comments, I've seen it from kind of a few different perspectives, and I think a lot of people are right with what they're saying. And this response video, I have watched the majority of it, and I think Jason makes some fair points within it, and we're going to look at it today. We're going to talk about it, and let's just go.
Hey everyone, Jason Hawes here. So first off, I wanted to apologize. I posted a video yesterday and I ended up taking it down after a little while.
Now, I'm not sure why on your screens it's really bright. It's just the HDR settings for some reason. I don't know how to get it off HDR. They're all just HDR, and I think it's just because it's clearly been recorded on a phone. So I do apologize for that.
And I want to explain why I posted that video. Well,
as well, I also want to interject there and just say fair enough to Jason for straight off the bat apologizing. You know, looking at it from the outside in, it did look a bit weird. It did look a bit sus. It did look a bit strange. But obviously, I'm not in his mindset right now. I'm not the one that's being accused of assassination attempt. I'm not the one whose kids are being reached out to and being told to unalive themselves. I'm not the one who's being slated and dragged through the mud right now. So I can imagine from Jason Hawes' perspective, it might be very different. And that's something I didn't bear in mind in my original video. So to Jason, if you see this, I do apologise for my initial response. Although I stand by most of what I said, I didn't look at it from multiple angles.
Bottom line is I posted it out of sheer frustration. You know, the constant accusations. Yes, she's been blocked. She finds other ways of reaching out. Where she just starts harassing the hell out of my kids. And to be honest with you, I prefer to keep her on. I'd prefer to not block her so she didn't bother my kids, so she bothered me.
That's fair enough as well, you know, and as a father, obviously that's what you would do. You take the hit for your kids so they didn't have to deal with it on your behalf. And I still find it very strange, though, that Jacqueline has gone down that route of talking to his kids. Like, his kids have got nothing to do with it. Like, the beef that she's got is between Jason and Jacqueline. Like, the kids aren't involved in any capacity, so I don't know why they're being spoken to. Not even Cody and Satori are part of it anymore because they left a couple of months ago. So, you know, I don't know why Jacqueline's reaching out to them to try and get to Jason. Like, that's very weird. And I still don't understand what Jacqueline's issue with Jason is.
The fact of the matter is I made a video extending an open invitation for her to come on our show. And I took it down because, honestly, I don't want to talk to Miss Nunes. I don't want to deal with Miss Nunes. Again, I apologize. I made the video out of frustration because she's constantly making these accusations that are so false about us.
And that's fair enough. You know, that's something I never thought of when I initially made the video, that my video kind of critiquing Jason for this. And I can only imagine the level of pressure that puts on someone to be under that level of false narrative, you know, and nobody believes it. But it's the fact that people are still like this person's still harking on about it, you know. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. And obviously, you know, everybody knows that Jason's not this master assassin. All right, he might be. I mean, he could be hoodwinking us all. Jason, if you are, don't come for me. But you know, I don't think he is. And to have that, even though nobody believes that Jason's trying to assassinate Jacqueline Núñez, and everybody knows that Jacqueline Núñez is a bit barking mad right now, you know, I think to have that constantly against you is something that must be quite difficult, because although you and nobody else believes it, it's consistent. It's constant. And that's got to wear someone down eventually.
Let alone about herself. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I think the most recent, she just claimed she was the Princess of Arabia or something. I have no idea.
Hey, yo, what? I need to see this.
But there's accusations that I've tried, you know, attempted assassination plots. I guess she just started sending other people things saying that I was trying to force her, and I made contact and trying to force her into signing over the Conjuring house. I mean, I love Corey and Jen. They came to me first about buying the place, and I should have. But, I mean, after Jacqueline Núñez, I think that place, the reputation of it and everything else has been so damaged.
I agree. I think to get it back to the level of what it once was, it's gonna be a hard graft. Like, the Conjuring house right now is not even breaking the top 10 most haunted locations that people want to visit. Yes, there's history. Yes, there was a movie once upon a time, but that was over 10 years ago. That house has had its time. It's had its day. It is finished. And, you know, there might still be, and I don't think, like, looking at the whole situation now, I don't think that this is the case, but you know, there's still an argument made by people that this is, you know, some kind of plot to sell a movie. You know, they're creating a narrative, not they, but Jacqueline is creating a narrative to sell a movie to get the Conjuring house back on the map. You know, fantastic business move if it works. And Warner Bros. Are like, yeah, have my money to make another horror movie about your house. You know, the owner going crazy and firing staff because of a demon telling her what to do. And, you know, it's got a great plot to it so far. As ex-paranormal investigator turned assassin and all the rest of it. And it's got a fantastic plot. But is that the reason why this is all going on? I doubt it. But, you know, there's an argument to be made that this might be why that this is all going on. Maybe she's trying really hard to put it back on the map to get it to its once former glory. But I think it's had its day, unfortunately. And I don't think it is what she deems to be the #1 most haunted location in the world. I don't think it is that.
So the least thing I'd want to do is get involved in that crap storm right now. But again, I owed you all an explanation on why I took that video down. Yeah, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to deal with her. You know, we've dealt with the police. We've given over text messages and emails that she sent, and that's not even the ones that I've shown to you all. But I made that video yesterday, and I made it out of frustration, just kind of jumping the gun on it, and just, you know.
Do you know what? We've all been there. And, yeah, we've all been there. I've been there. I've done it. We've all done it. It's, you know, not even just on YouTube, just in life. You jump the gun, you get frustrated, you say something that you don't mean, you do something that you don't mean, just out of pure being ground down. And then you're just like, shit. Shouldn't have done that. You sleep on it and you wake up the next morning and you're like, yeah, that was a really bad move. I don't know why I did that. Why have I done this? And all the rest of it. And, you know, we've all been there. Jason, it's all good, man. It's all good. I don't know why I'm giving you approval. You don't need my fucking approval. I'm a nobody. But, you know, like, I understand where he's coming from is what I'm trying to say.
Trying to take her on head on. And it was a mistake on my behalf, because I don't want to give her a platform. I don't want to give her a platform to speak her nonsense, to speak her hate, to speak.
Yeah, and that was another thing that I said in my video was, does she deserve that platform? Does she deserve to be allowed to speak to that many people in that kind of a capacity? To spew the nonsense that she is to her Facebook page is one thing, but that's a controlled environment. When you post it onto another person's YouTube channel like Jason Hawes, that can go everywhere. It can become a big mess very, very quickly. And that's kind of the point that I was trying to make in my video as well, is that could be detrimental to not just Jacqueline, it could also be detrimental to Jason, it can be detrimental to everybody involved, the victims of this, the ex-employees. It can quickly get out of hand, and this kind of thing is what happens with the internet.
Speaker lies. I just don't want to give her a platform. And to be honest, I don't want to deal with her. So
Fair.
She finds ways of reaching out to us enough. And by what I've been hearing, the days of her running this Conjuring house, I don't know, might not be too much longer. I know the Department of Labor's after her,
Wow.
as well as a bunch of others legally, and
that'll probably be off the back of Brian obviously filing this lawsuit to try and get his $9,000 off her, and most likely other members of staff and ex-employees of the Conjuring house. So fair enough.
We'll see what happens. But so again, I apologize. Much love from me to you all. Hopefully you understand why I took that video down, the reasoning behind it, and we'll go from there. Stay safe, keep it real, and on to the next.
Fair enough. Can't argue with it. I mean, Jason's done a very fair, very informed, and very, he's put his cards on the table there, really, hasn't he? He's just gone, here it is, this is where I'm at with it, and I've reconsidered and decided to retract my initial thing. And I've seen Jason's posted on the pinned comments, sorry everyone, I just need to be better than that, better than her. Sometimes frustration can get the best of you. As someone from Generation X, my instant reaction is to take the battle head on, but I need to spend more time thinking before reacting. I hope you all understand it's a tough situation when you're constantly being attacked with lies, threats, and attacks on your children. Stay safe and keep it real. #sorry. Completely fair. There's no arguing with it. There's no, he's been completely real with his apology, and I think he, looking at it from this point of view now, with this apology in mind, it's clear that this was not an opportunistic thing that he's done. He's not taken this and been like, oh, there's an opportunity to grow my channel. Oh, there's an opportunity to get some views. Oh, there's an opportunity for this, that, and the other. What's happened is he's gone, I'm just fed up. I'm just sick to death of this. Fucking Jacqueline, get on my channel. Let's hash this out. Let's just cut all ties and then just walk away. Don't mention me again. I won't mention you again. Let's just crack on. And I completely get it. And that's fair enough. So I do think in that sense, it was completely warranted. What do you guys think, though? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump together. Hell out that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Tick on the bell so you get notified when we upload to the channel. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.